Idioms. An idiom is a common phrase that has a specific meaning. Often the words in an idiom only make sense together if you know the meaning of the idiom. If you looked at each word in an idiom, the phrase would seem ridiculous. But taken together, the idiom has a meaning all its own. Let's look at some examples of idioms to get an idea of what we mean. It costs an arm and a leg. Obviously, you would never pay for something with body parts. That sounds like something from a scary movie. To cost an arm and a leg means to be very expensive. Bite your tongue. If you've ever bit your tongue, you know it hurts. But that's not what bite your tongue means. To bite your tongue means to not say something that you really want to say. Going bananas. What does that even mean? How would a person go bananas? Would they turn yellow? Would they grow in bunches on trees? As an idiom, going bananas means to go crazy or to get very excited or angry. Like we said, sometimes idioms, unless you know what they mean, don't make any sense. On thin ice. Now this idiom actually makes some sense if you think about it. Going out on thin ice, because it could crack and you could fall into freezing water, would be a very risky thing to do. That's basically what thin ice means. It means being in a risky situation, usually one where you might get in trouble by upsetting someone. In hot water. Again, this idiom kind of makes sense if you think about it. Now, really hot water, like boiling water, isn't a place where you want to be. In fact, if you were in hot water, you'd probably be in a lot of trouble, as it would certainly be a difficult situation. And that's what in hot water means, to be in a difficult situation, often in trouble. Here's a few more. Smells fishy. That means something doesn't quite seem right. It's a piece of cake. Now, this is one of those other idioms that makes no sense. So what does it mean to be a piece of cake? To be covered in frosting? No. To be a piece of cake actually means to be very easy. Under the weather. Nope, under the weather has nothing to do with weather, but it means to be sick or not feeling well. Raining cats and dogs. This one has nothing to do with cats and dogs, but means to be raining very hard. There are more idioms than you can shake a stick at. More than you can shake a stick at being an idiom that means a great number or very many, and that has nothing to do with sticks. Because idioms aren't usually an expression you can figure out on your own, don't hesitate to ask someone else what it means. Trying to figure out idioms on your own might drive you up the wall, which is an idiom for meaning to become very frustrated or annoyed by something.